All right, so welcome again, everyone. My name is Cynthia Hyslop, and I'm going to be your moderator for this first Zoom session today. Today I have the pleasure of welcoming Laura Dobratz from Four Purls in Winter Haven, Florida, and Michelle Christoph from Olive Two Ewe Studios in sunny Central Florida. After our two shop presentations, Laura will come back online to talk to us about the very special Summer Chats Cowl designs that were included in your All Access Pass purchase. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone with a finished cowl at the end of our crawl. So let's get started. We'll move the spotlight over to Laura from Four Purls Yarn Shop. Welcome, Laura. And you're muted. There we go.
Sorry. Thank you. Happy to be here. I'm going to share my screen and play my presentation. That's right? Starting it off, we have to do it right. Here we go. Hello and welcome to Four Purls Yarn Shop. I'm Laura.
I'm Katrina. And we want to say thank you for taking the time to visit us today virtually. We hope one day you can make it in person, but for now, we've got a wonderful slideshow for you.
And everything that we're going to be presenting today is located on our website on a blog post. So no need to take notes. You can just head over to fourpurls.com, click news, and you'll see everything listed there, including our discount code. If traveling is in your future, consider Winter Haven. It's a great place to vacation. There are 3 major theme parks, Legoland, Disney World, and Universal Studios, all within 35 miles of the shop. But what really makes us special are the 23 lakes, which are connected by man-made canals. Boat tours and rentals are available. There's plenty of waterfront dining. You could spend your whole day out on the water. Knitting on a boat is our favorite wintertime activity. We have 6 Airbnbs, which I've linked in our summary blog, along with info on how to build your own small retreat with us. One of our homes features a screened-in pool, perfect for relaxing all day with a project. Gather your best fiber friends and come and play in the yarn, spend the day on the lake, take in a theme park, shop our adorable downtown, drink craft beer at the tap room, or catch a show at our award-winning community theater. Our shop is filled with gorgeous yarn, bags, and notions, including every color of Emma's yarn. My daughters, Aspen and Emma, are the first and third pearls of the Four Purls, and the sister duo behind Emma's yarn. Their yarn is dyed just 2 blocks away in their studio. We have plenty of space to come and sit and knit or get a little help when you're stuck. We've picked up a lot of drop stitches around this table. We firmly believe that the heart of the knitting and crochet community is in the local brick and mortar yarn shop, and we're happy to provide this space. We'd love for you to sign up for our newsletter and follow and interact with us on social media. Here I've listed several ways to contact us. You can always send a text or an email or call for personal service and help choosing just the right thing. This information is also listed on the blog post, but you may want to take a quick picture of this slide. The Summer Crawl 25 code will get you 20% off everything except gift cards when you shop online through July 20th. Our online shop just had a full makeover with much needed increased functionality. Check out the wish list feature, which is super helpful when building your own color combinations. When you shop with us online or from afar, you're helping to support our brick and mortar location and preserve a place in Central Florida where fiber friends can gather or pop in for a quick help session or get some color therapy. It is so important to keep the LYS alive. I love to design patterns. For me, it's the highlight of my work week and what keeps me happily working through most weekends. All of my published work can be found on both Ravelry and fourpurls.com. I've set up a Summer Crawlers code, good for 40% off all patterns, which works on either platform and will remain active through the end of the crawl. Hey, we are back to tell you about what we are wearing today. These are all some of my designs, and I have linked the patterns and the yarn in our blog post on the website.
So I'll start with the Lima tee. This is the Lima tee. It's made with Emma's yarn, Simply Spectacular DK in the color Oops, I Did It Again. Super fun, quick knit.
And I'm wearing last year's Summer Chats make-along project called the Sun Shower Happy Hour. So if you were with us last year, I know that you've already seen this, but I wanted to show you my finished one. I used the That 70s theme pack from Emma's Yarn, paired with Harbor, also from Emma's Yarn.
And Sun Shower Happy Hours also has a crochet version as well.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Thank you. Yes, moving on to our friends.
These are our friends. They are also wearing things.
They picked it out. They picked them out themselves.
By themselves.
Yeah.
This is the Gradient Lights shawl. It's made with the Emma's Yarn now has a Zodiac series. It comes in a super silky trio, which is 3 full skeins, or you can get the 10 color theme packs, and those are available in Silky, Practically Perfect, and DK. This is made with the super silky trio in the Aries color.
So pretty. This is the Nolani shawl. It's popular here for us Floridians because it is so cold here in the summertime when you go inside and the air conditioning is absolutely freezing. So this is it. It folds up really nicely in your purse, and you can just throw it on when it gets cold inside. It's knit with just one Moslub bundle from Emma's Yarn, which is a skein of Slubby Slub and a skein of mohair that's been dyed together. This is our Winter Haven custom colorway. Oh, and this is remote. Remote. Yes. This color is remote.
This is another Four Purls favorite. This is the Collins tee. It's a favorite. It knits up really quickly, and you can do it in a lot of different colors. This one is a main color, and then it has 6 contrasting colors. You could also do it in a 2-color version, like this guy here.
This is my 2-color version.
Yeah. You could also use a theme pack in a main color and have enough left over for matching socks.
If only there were a pattern.
If only there were a pattern.
And that's it. Those are kind of some of our favorites that we wanted to show you. Here is a closer look at our custom colorway from Emma's Yarn, Winter Haven, and a photo of me and the yarn husband. I'm wearing my Third Coast pullover, and it really shows off what a beautiful job they did dyeing this color. We asked them for something that was reminiscent of the sunset over our lakes, and they delivered. It's available in all weights. We think the new Emma's Yarn Zodiac kits deserved a slide of their own. This series is based on the astrological zodiac, which follows the constellations through 12 signs, each associated with a date range and certain personality traits. The zodiac calendar started on March 21st with Aries. Since then, we've had Taurus and Gemini, and we're currently in Cancer, which began on June 21st. A new set, based on the next sign, will continue to be released, ending with Pisces on February 20th. Each set will continue to be available even after its season has passed. The sets are dyed as a 10-color theme pack on both Practically Perfect Sock or Simply Spectacular DK. We're also offering a full skein trio dyed on Super Silky and featuring just 3 colors from each set. Another popular kit we have is the N+1 cowl, modeled here by the 4th Purl, Thomas. The name is an equation that represents the number of cowls one should own, with N representing the number you currently have. It uses sport weight yarn and is shown here in Spin Cycle dyed in the wool, paired with Emma's Yarn So Sporty. It's a fast and gratifying knit and uses just 1 skein of each yarn. The color changes in the Spin Cycle make you want to just continue to just knit one more section, until before you know it, the project is complete. And our kits for this summer's knit and crochet along, the Summer Chats Cowl. We have 2 different kit options to choose from. Here we have our 3-color combos. The pattern calls for 500 yards of a DK weight, and these kits contain 765 yards. You can make a shorter cowl with your leftovers. I made a few of these kits to reflect sports team or collegiate colors. If you have a sports fan or a college student or grad, these would make a perfect gift, and we would love to help you find just the right colors. My best friend's daughter just finished her freshman year at Michigan State, and I'm making mom and dad a cowl in just green and white to wear to the football games next fall. And every year I make my son a hat to wear to the Detroit Lions games. This year he's excited for the cowl and he picked the colors that you see in the Lions kit. The cowl is another perfect project for Emma's Yarn theme packs. Last year I designed Sunshower Happy Hour with a theme pack paired with a main color. This year I use those same theme packs, but in the DK weight without a main color for both the knit and crochet versions. Each theme pack consists of 10 20-gram skeins that are perfectly paired. I have 5 shown here, but there are quite a few to choose from. Both the theme packs and the 3-color combos will work for both the crochet and the knit pattern. We also have individual DK smalls or mini skeins, so you could pick 5 or 6 of those and pair them with a full-size main color to just stripe away. You could also use a self-striping yarn like Spin Cycle's Dream State, paired with a solid or semi-solid for a slightly different, more subtle stripe effect. I put together a few examples here, all of which are linked in the summary page. You can use our wish list feature on our website to make your own combo. Add your Spin Cycle and your Emma's yarn or another DK to your wish list, and you'll be able to see large thumbnail images compared side by side. As always, we're happy to help over the phone as well. Our shop phone can send and receive text messages, making it easy to send photos back and forth until the perfect combo is found. If you're looking to use your discount on something fabulous, here are a few splurges you may want to indulge in this summer. Our mystery boxes have been really popular and are so much fun. The Florida Faves Summer Box is currently up for pre-sale and ships mid-August. This box will contain Emma's yarn and a limited edition base, a new pattern from me, and a few favorite things from Florida. Plus, this season we'll have a crochet box version available too. Pre-sales end on July 10th. Emma's Color of the Month subscription. Each month, we'll send you a new custom color of Emma's yarn in the base of your choosing. You'll have the option to add additional items that will ship for free with your club color each month. You can sign up for a full year or just a few months. Membership windows open in December, March, June, and September. We've extended the June window to July 10th for our summer crawlers. If you sign up by July 10th, your first package will be this beautiful blue. Emma's Small-A-Day set. You can pre-order this Advent style kit and unwrap a small a day for 24 days. The set includes 24 custom dyed colors in sock or DK, individually wrapped. Each skein is 20 grams. It also includes a hand-poured all-natural lotion bar to combat winter skin or to share as a gift. This year's theme is Welcome to the Jungle. It's going to be bright and beautiful, and I can hardly wait. Another splurge-worthy item that we recently brought into the store are our redesign bags. You've probably seen them around, and the hype is real. They're not just beautiful, but they're highly functional. There are several styles to choose from, all designed with the maker in mind. That about wraps up our time. Thank you from all of us Yarnistas here at Four Purls for taking the time to learn a little bit about our shop. We're happy to have you be part of our Fiber family. We hope you'll sign up for our newsletter and maybe join us for our annual fall make-along or any of the upcoming fun that we have planned. Enjoy the rest of the crawl and have a wonderful summer. Okay. So this year, we did the crawl a little bit differently. We asked the shops to pre-record their presentations, so it was a little weird to sit there and listen to my own voice. But there we go. I'm kicking it off, the guinea pig, I think, of the group with my pre-recorded session. So now I think I have about 5 minutes or so. If there's any questions, I can answer questions. And I also wanted to show you just a few things that have come into the store since I recorded. And just because they weren't here when we did the recording, but I think that they are kind of fun and interesting things. So first thing I want to show you is this knit kit from Loopy Mango. Oh, and if you do have questions, if you put them in the chat, then I'll answer questions after I show you these few things. But this is a new kit from Loopy Mango. and it is a knit kit, and I think it's really perfect to gift to people that you would like to learn to knit so that you can knit with them. But this one is the My First Scarf, and it comes with everything that they need to knit their first scarf. So it's big, thick, chunky yarn. And oh gosh, myself in the face. 2 skeins of their big number 5 merino, which is really soft, and you can see it'll knit up really nice. It'll block out lots of inconsistencies. And then it comes with these big giant needles. And the instructions are in the inside cover here. So that's just something fun that we just brought into the store. And I think it would make a really nice gift for somebody who you are trying to talk into knitting with you. And then I wanted to show you just briefly the interior of some of these redesigned bags. So I'm going to start with this one. This has kind of been one of our most popular ones. This is the project number 44, and it has this full body side strap, but you can also take these off if you wanted to, so that you can just have a handle, or you can leave it without the strap. And then when you open it up, you can see it has all these interior pockets, and all of the bags most of the bags have these pockets for extra needle storage. So there's like a little notions thing here. You can put needles in these pockets here. You can clip needles into these. It comes with a dust bag for you to keep it dust free. And then, well, I should have unstuffed it. And then you can see on the inside, there are really good pockets here too to store your circular needles. You can clip them in so they stay put in the pockets. And I know it's kind of hard to see on the screen. There's a zipper pocket on the other side, but this is just one of the insides of the redesigned bag. And then they have the small ones. This one comes in a bunch of different sizes. You can see them on the site, or you can ask me if you have questions, but I just wanted to show you how it opens. It opens like this, and then it stands open on your table really nicely. There's a zipper in the center for all of your notions, and then you can put like 2 balls of yarn here, 2 balls of yarn here, or your extra skeins here and your project over here. So they're just really nice bags. So, okay. So somebody is asking about the sweater that I have on here, and this is called the Coral Moon, and it's on Ravelry. It's knit in a DK weight yarn. Let's see. The pink sweater that Katrina was wearing is called the Lima Tee. And I linked all of that on that summary page. So later after the presentation, if you go to that summary page, I kind of like went through slide by slide and just listed all of those things there too, because I know it's really hard to hear and listen. So you'll be able to see all of those on there. Let's see. Let me go through these questions. Yes, we do have Florida Gators and Auburn Tiger colors. So these are, these are kind of, well, these are more like, I don't know, University of Miami colors, but we have another blue that's really good. So yes, we have like almost all the team colors. So if you send us the team logo, we will match it up and send you pictures for sure.
I think we have time for one more question, Laura. I see Andrea is asking, what is the bag with the southwestern pattern at the top of the shelf over your right shoulder, please?
This is an Attenti bag, and I talked about the Attenti bags last year, so I didn't want to talk about them too much again this year, but these Attenti bags, we get a box in at least once a week. They are our absolute favorite things. There's a bunch of them on our website, but they are beautiful. They're handmade in California by a mother-daughter team, and I just like, this is the Weekender, and it is enough. It's big enough to carry everything you need to go away for a weekend. And this pattern is called Blaze. So they have lots of different patterns. You can see them all above me here. And each pattern comes in lots of different styles. They are some of the nicest bags, I think, in the whole wide world. favorites of ours. So I can put a link. I'll put a link to them in the chat afterwards as well.
Perfect.
Gina has 5 old.
Thank you so much, Laura. I don't know how 20 minutes just goes by like that, right?
It
It's
has. Yep, it
crazy.
sure does. Well, thank you for having me.
Before we move on, oh wait, come back on. We're gonna put you back on the screen here.
Oh.
But before we let you go, Laura, we'd like to thank you for donating to the Summer Crawl prize pool. Earlier today, we randomly pulled names from the all access pass holders, and we gave those names to our presenters. Would you like to announce the winners of your prizes and tell these lucky participants what they've won?
Yeah, definitely. So, okay, I have our names here, but let me see what each one. So first we gave 2 gift cards. Is that correct? Oh, we're
Yay!
celebrating already. Will you remind me the total of those gift cards, Cynthia?
$25
Okay,
US
right, right.
each.
So 2 $25 US gift cards. The first one goes to Sylvia Ahlgren. The second one goes to Hilary Sadler. I'll pop those names in the chat. So both of you, if you could, well, I have your email address information, right? So I
Right.
will email you how to use those gift cards online if you'd like to use those gift cards online. And then we also are giving away 2 seats to the Fiberside Chats fall edition. So each shop sells these seats. You can buy them on Longmont's website. You can go to our website, but you can choose the shop that you are purchasing the seats from. And we are donating 2 of our seats. The first one goes to Julia Williams. And the second one goes to Annie Carl. I'll pop those names in the chat. And you can pick from any of the upcoming fall chats. And I'll send you more information.
Perfect.
So congratulations.
Laura, I definitely need one of those bags. I think you might be sold out today. Those are lovely.
They're
So
beautiful.
yeah. Thank you again. It was delightful to have you here, and I will welcome you back in about 20 minutes. But before that, we're going to go over to our next guest, who is our next presenter, is also from the lovely state of Florida, but may actually be coming to us from Maine. Let's turn the spotlight over to Michelle Christoph from Olive Two Ewe Studios. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Cynthia, and thank you everybody for being here. I am absolutely delighted to be here with the Fiberside Summer Crawl this year, and we're going to move over to our video and slideshow in just a minute, but I wanted to kind of give a little bit of information at the front end. So first of all, yep, we've been around about 8 years as an indie-dyed company, sort of and a yarn shop at the same time. We're primarily online, but we do have a community crafting space in Winter Park, Florida, and do events and that sort of thing. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Every week there's a live podcast that you can always watch later. And then a couple tips for watching the video. Cynthia previously put into the chat a PDF that I created that if you have access to be able to print that out quickly, it'll help you to kind of put your thoughts together regarding the things that you're seeing in the video. But then also 2 other things to keep in mind. There are QR codes during the video. So if you have your phone with you, you can open up the camera and scan those codes directly from the video. And then also we too have a summary page on our website. The QR code for that is in the video. And then also if you just go to the website, I'll make sure there's a link there that you can find it, or you can just look in the search and put in crawl for that. So a couple of ways to kind of get you connected so you can find all the things. And Cynthia mentioned to me, you might want to mention your name. Like, people might be interested in that. And we get that question all the time, like, Olive Two Ewe Studios, how'd you come up with that? And I wish that we had like some fantastic story about it, but it literally just came to me one day. And when I said it out loud, Olive Two Ewe, it sounded like you were saying all love unto you. And don't we all need a little more love in the world? So it seemed like the right message. And that has kind of been a harbinger of things to come in a good way, because the community of the Yarny Ewes on Facebook and the Olive Two Ewe community has been fantastic. Lots of love, lots of care. Our Yarny Use group on Facebook is over 2,000 strong. There's no drama and no politics, really. And I tell everybody, I tell them that, and then everybody's like, yeah, right. And then they join, and a couple months later, they're like, you're not kidding. No, I'm not. Lots of support, lots of help. And we do features there and all kinds of special curated things, all kinds of behind the scenes content. So I just want to kind of give you a heads up for that. And now I'll go ahead and roll that video and we'll go from there. Thank you so much for having me this year. Hello, and welcome to Olive Two Ewe Studios. We are delighted to be part of the Fiberside Summer Yarn Crawl this year, and we hope you're excited as well. There are a range of exciting things in store for you. This entire summer, this is going to last a while, right? My name is Michelle, and I'm the owner of Olive Two Ewe Studios. We are based in sunny Central Florida and have been for nearly 8 years. We are much more than just a yarn shop, however. We have a vibrant and dynamic community that would be happy to welcome you into all of the events. As I mentioned, we've been in business about 8 years, starting from a very small hand-dyed yarn company and growing to offer more than just yarn, although to be fair, our yarn is some of our more exciting things that we offer, but everything else is wonderful as well. The Yarny Use is our Facebook group where there are no politics and no drama, really, and we really invite you to join in there. There are supportive and creative folks ready to come alongside you, help and encourage you, and inspire you with their projects. And then, of course, we have become known for our custom tours to Scotland that we design right in-house to take knitters and other fiber folks over to Scotland. We go to some of the touristy areas, but we mostly go to the untouristed areas and invite you to come along with us to meet the sheep, pet Highland coos, and participate in an abundance of workshops with vendors that we have carefully selected and have become friends of Olive Two Ewe over the years. I also host every single Saturday on YouTube a live podcast, but you can watch it at your leisure anytime just by going ahead and going over to our YouTube channel. It's on the podcast that I do interviews with lots of people in the fiber industry. We share shop updates and keep you informed about all of the fun events that are happening at Olive Two Ewe Studios. As we go throughout today's video, I'm going to be introducing you to Monica, who does all of our fulfillment out of Central Florida. She ships our orders, and she's going to be introducing you to more of our beautiful yarn, more than what you see behind me.
Hi there, and welcome to Olive Two Ewe Studios. We're here at Needleworks, our community crafting and shop space located in sunny Orlando, Florida. My name is Monica, and most days you'll find me here shipping, photographing, and otherwise admiring all of our beautiful hand-dyed yarn and stitching accessories. Welcome in and have a look around.
Thank you so much, Monica. We have selected 2 patterns to focus on for the crawl, and we've selected them for specific reasons. We think summer is the perfect time to be focused on simplicity. Number one, nobody wants a huge drape of something warm over their lap in the middle of summer. And number two, we've got a lot of activities going on. So the 2 patterns that we're featuring for the crawl are the Bamboo Shoots Scarf by Nancy Victorino and the Audrey by Becky Beagle of Nomadic Knits. The Bamboo Shoots pattern by Nancy Victorino is a great one for this summer. It incorporates a lot of nice simplicity with 2 featured techniques that are sure to rev up your magic tricks for knitting. It includes surface crochet as well as fringe making, and the tutorials are included right in the pattern. How perfect is that? We have an array of gorgeous colors to select from for this particular pattern, and you're going to want to choose our Angelou Sport Weight yarn. Next up is the gorgeous Audrey pattern by Becky Beagle of Nomadic Knits. This particular pattern uses our super luxurious wolf yarn. It's a combination of gray alpaca, silk, and cashmere. Only one hank will do it, and you'll have the most amazing, luxurious gift. This particular pattern is also extremely versatile. You can use it in so many ways. Here are some of the colors of that beautifully luxurious wolf yarn. So many to choose from. Next up, let's take a look at some of the other colorways in the shop.
Behind me is our wall of yarn. Here is where we store most of what we ship to you. Everything from fingering to worsted, even some beautiful self-striping yarn. Everything to make your stitching dreams come true.
The self-striping yarn we carry is absolutely beautiful, and what I really love about it is that you have the range of shades from really bright, fun combinations all the way to some really nice neutrals. So no matter who you're knitting or crocheting for, there's definitely a palette just for you. Did somebody mention color? We definitely have loads of color. We have everything from tonal solids, variegateds, and speckles in such an array of colors and weights, from bulky all the way to lace weight.
And if you're ever in need of some mini skeins, I think it's safe to say we got you covered. Behind me here on this other side of our studio space, you'll find most of our knitting notions and specialty yarns, all kinds of goodies from us to you.
Our 2025 Cancer Awareness Series offers new colorways each month to memorialize particular cancers. Each 100-gram hank comes with a coordinating stitch marker and a keepsake card. We have Freya Soulmate sock sets as well as gradient colorways. Our linen yarn from Flax and Twine offers a great warm weather alternative. We love having fun. Our mystery boxes and subscriptions are some of our most popular items. You can always stay tuned to our social media channels, that would be YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, to find out about the newest mystery boxes and subscriptions available. You don't want to miss out on these perfectly curated products. Do you love a good story and a gorgeous skein of yarn? The Spin Me a Yarn Literary Society is back and refreshed for 2025. Each quarter, we pair a surprise book with hand-dyed yarn, curated goodies, and a cozy Zoom book club to discuss the book in. Treat yourself to a story that stitches itself. You want to make sure and subscribe now. The book club is open. Our birthday club is better than ever. Treat yourself on your birthday because yarn is the best kind of cake. Our birthday club sends you a surprise birthday colorway plus a coordinating mini and crafting goodies just in time to celebrate your big day. Be sure to order by the first of the month before your birthday and let the squishy mail begin. Our Yarny U's love giving back to the community, and our Knit or Crochet a Hug for Western North Carolina after the devastating hurricane was just one example. Looking for your next unforgettable adventure? Join us this fall as we head to Scotland for fiber-filled fun, stunning landscapes, and memories that will last a lifetime. Our waitlist is open right now, so don't delay. Get in touch today. One of the unforgettable highlights of our Scotland trip, our visit to Kitchen Coos and Ewes. Picture this: gentle rolling hills, the soft bleating of sheep, and the iconic Highland coos just waiting for a pat on the nose. We watched sheep shearing up close, learned about the farm's heritage, and spent time with the animals in a way that felt personal and peaceful. And then came the afternoon tea. Fresh scones, farmhouse bakes, and endless cups of tea in a cozy cottage kitchen. Exactly the kind of slow, soul-fulfilling moment you dream of. It was the kind of day where laughter came easy and every detail felt like it belonged in a storybook. And we're heading there again this year. Okay. Every stop on our Scotland journey offered something new. Charming villages, breathtaking views, and unforgettable fiber moments shared with friends old and new. It's more than just a trip. It's an experience filled with laughter, inspiration, and a whole lot of yarn. We can't wait to go back, and we'd love for you to come with us. Get more info on our website, but act fast. The window is closing. Join us on the first and third Wednesday of each month virtually on Zoom for our knit, crochet, spin, and weave in. We have a fantastic time seeing what everybody's been knitting up and just spending time chatting together as a community. Don't miss it, everyone is welcome. Do you love yarn talk, creative inspiration, seeing what's new in a yarn shop, and a peek behind the scenes of the fiber world? Then you'll feel right at home on our weekly podcast. I go live every Saturday morning on YouTube, chatting about new yarns, upcoming events, and sometimes even welcoming special guests from across the fiber community. Missed a week? No worries, you can catch up on past episodes right there on the channel. So grab your favorite project, hit subscribe, and join us for your weekly dose of yarny goodness. You won't regret it. Don't forget, use code SummerCrawl2025 to get 15% off most items on our website. It's our way of saying thanks for crawling with us. There was a lot of information included in today's presentation. If you want all the details, scan the QR code here or visit Olive Two Ewe Studios online. We've put together a handy summary page with links, information, and more. We want to make sure that you have all the information that you need. As always, we are always happy to help in any way. Just reach out. Thank you so much for being with us for our portion of the Fiberside Yarn Crawl. It has been an absolute pleasure having the opportunity to share with you a little bit about Olive Two Ewe Studios. We have been around since 2017. We're still based in Central Florida, and customer service is truly in our DNA. We're always happy to help in any way that we can. That was a lot of information. We're busy at Olive Two Ewe. Definitely. Cynthia, were there any questions in the chat for me?
There were a couple, and I saw you answering them. But for the recording, let's just go through a couple. So Judy was wondering, what was the name of the self-striping yarn that you showed?
So Comfy Cozy Knits is the dyer who dyes that for us out of Canada, incidentally. And if you go on the summary page, there's a link right there to the self-striping yarn.
Perfect, perfect. And tell us a little bit about the sweater that you've got on today. That's gorgeous.
This is my Mid-Coast sweater by Jennifer Steingass. It is dyed in some colorways that we no longer dye, but we have similar colors in the shop. And if you need any help picking colors, I'm always at the ready. You can email me. All of our contact information is on the summary page, and I'm really good about putting pictures together, colors to help you get the perfect combination.
Excellent. And I saw a couple of comments while you were doing your presentation. So someone said that they love their Audrey in wolf yarn. Do you want to tell us just a little bit more about wolf? What makes it special?
So Wolf is part of our Gilded Ewe collection, EWE. We are all about wordplay at Olive Two Ewe, and it is a supremely luxurious blend of gray alpaca, silk, and cashmere. It is lovely. And the beautiful thing about pairing that particular yarn with the Audrey pattern is that you can get a few Audreys out of one hank of wolf. It is a more expensive, more luxurious fiber, but you get a lot of bang for your buck with that. It is beautiful.
Wonderful. Wonderful. It sounds amazing. Karen also said, I'm knitting the bamboo shoots scarf now. Love the pattern and the yarn for summer.
Yeah,
Did,
it's great. Nancy
is,
Victorino is one of our Yarny Ewes, and she's a fantastic designer. And so we did a knit along in the Yarny Ewes with the bamboo shoots. And I loved about that pattern that it incorporates two unique techniques, surface crochet and then fringe making. And she did a really genius thing with that pattern. She included the links to the videos. They're not public. If you get the pattern, you get the tutorials, and you can learn exactly how to do those two techniques, which means you can then apply them to different patterns to sort of customize things.
Perfect. Tell us a little bit about the Yarny Ewes. Lori, for example, says the Yarny Ewes of Olive Two Ewe Studios is an awesome group. Loads of help from Michelle, Monica, and the Yarny Ewes. So, what are the Yarny Ewes?
The Yarny Ewes is our Facebook group where there's no drama, no politics, and It's over 2,000 strong, and everybody gets along. We do fiber fairies where you can write us and help somebody out. We have special bags that we can send gifts to people. They help each other with techniques. We take care of each other in the yarn they use. It is really a dynamic. It's not a quiet group. It's very dynamic. And one of the neat things about it is that you get kind of the back inside of Olive Two Ewe. So often you get sneak peeks behind the scenes. You get first dibs at discounts and curated sets that we don't put on our public page. So we treat them kind of special in the yarn they use. And they're a presence. They show up at the Fiberside chats. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect. Now we're going to have to say a short farewell, Michelle. I'm sorry. It's been lovely. Before you go, I want to thank you for again donating prizes to the Summer Crawl prize pool before the session started. As I said before, but I'll repeat it again. We randomly drew names from the All Access Pass holders, and we'd like to give you an opportunity to share what you're giving away today and who the lucky winners are.
Absolutely. We love giving away prizes. So we have two $25 gift cards to the Olive Two Ewe online shop that we're giving away, and then two Fiberside Chat seats for the fall chats. So first of all, the $25 gift card winners are Regina Hanover and Pam Peters. So raise the roof. Congratulations to you all. And the two Fiberside Chat folks who are getting the registrations for that are Maria Smorinsky and Tracy Martinson. So thank you so much and congratulations to you. And thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you, Michelle. And I'll just confirm that you will be emailing those winners with the details about their prizes.
Absolutely.
Right. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
All right. And now for the third segment of our presentation today, our session today, we're going to we're going to spotlight Laura again. And for our final spot on the Summer Crawl session today, I'm really happy to welcome back Laura Dobratz. Laura is a lovely designer in addition to all her other pursuits. She has designed the Summer Chats Cowls that you were able to download on July 1st as part of your All Access Pass purchase. And I say cowls with an S because there's a knit version and a crochet version. So you can make one or both of the versions. I really love that there are two options. And I really love that this is a project that has so many options in terms of yarns. Like you can use mini skeins or you can use full skeins. You can combine yarns from different shops. You can use self-striping yarns or variegated yarns. And because the pattern repeat is relaxing, you can actually work on this project while you Zoom with your friends. So you can see I'm very enthusiastic about this project. I'm going to turn the spotlight, though, completely over to Laura and give her an opportunity to tell us more about the designs. Remember to put your questions in the chat, and we'll be sure to give Laura some time for Q&A.
Thank you. I'm going to take off my yarn shop owner hat and put on my knit and crochet wear designer hat for today. But yes, so I was really, really thrilled to be able to design the summer crawl pattern again this year. Last year we did a really big project, and so this year kind of collectively we decided that we wanted something small that you could probably actually work on during each of these chats while you sit and listen to the shops present. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it. I know that you probably all know that you have a code in your All Access Pass that you can use on Ravelry to download both of the patterns for free. So you can add both the knit and the crochet versions to your cart and use that code and download the patterns for free. So today I wanted to talk just a little bit about gauge for your patterns and how to make modifications that will work best for you. So this is the knit version of the cowl, and this was the first one that I did. And I did this one with only 84 stitches. It's very small, but I wanted it kind of tight around my neck. So you can see how this one fits me. It is going to be warmer. It's right up against my neck here. And it fits me really good. But a lot of people in the living room at Four Purls, who are my ultimate testers as to what pattern changes need to be made before they come out to everybody, said, I don't like that quite that tight around my neck. So we loosened it up just a little bit so that everybody felt really, really comfortable wearing it. And we kind of came up with this one, which is looser. You can see it hangs around my neck a little bit, but if I wanted to be warm, I can double it because it's nice and long and, kind of pull it up for some warmth once it's doubled over. But if I want it to be loose, I can wear it just a little bit looser. So the pattern is just a very, very simple 4-stitch repeat. So if you really wanted this to be looser, you can just cast on in multiples of 4 and make this, you could make this cowl nice and wide so that it hangs down low and really isn't around your neck at all. Or you can tighten it up because you're going to be freezing cold because you live in Canada and not Florida. So you really can make it your own just by casting on in multiples of 4 for the knit version of the pattern. So I wanted to show you that. And I also wanted to flip this inside out and show you that I haven't clipped any of my ends yet because I just was too excited to cast on the next project. So I don't have any of my ends clipped, but I wanted to show you the tension. So this pattern uses slip stitches. You're slipping 3 stitches, and I wanted you to see what my shawl looks like with those stitches slipped. I'm going to grab this one because I feel like these colors are a little bit easier to see. I wanted you to see what that looks like, and I don't know how well you can see it, but you can see that there is some space here. And when you are slipping stitches, you want to make sure that you are not pulling that tight because this will not block out. You cannot stretch this strand of yarn that you've slipped. So take the time to check your gauge on this pattern because that will make a really big difference. And if you have any questions, if you want to see it done, please just reach out. I have a YouTube channel that I can pop tutorial videos on for you to help you with that gauge. So Judy's asking the looser version stitch count. So the looser version that I put on is the written pattern. So whatever I wrote in the pattern, it's 132 stitches is the cast on for that one. But you can make it looser if you'd like as well. Also, if you're having trouble getting gauge, you can always change that number in multiples of 4. So if your gauge, if you want a little bit looser gauge, or if you'd like to knit this in fingering weight yarn, you can change that number. And it won't affect anything else in the pattern. That's the only change you need to make is that number. So are there any other questions about the knit version before I hop into the crochet version?
Laura,
Yes.
do you have a recommended cast on for the knit version?
Oh, I'm so glad that you asked that. I prefer to do a not a knitted cast on, but a long tail cast on for the knitted version. Because a long tail cast on is a little bit stretchier than a knitted cast on, and the edges look a little bit cleaner. You can also do, you can really do any cast on that you're comfortable with. The best cast on for you to use for this pattern is the cast on that you're the most comfortable with and that your stitches look the nicest with. Because a lot of us have that favorite cast on where, we're going to get a really smooth, even gauge. We've been doing it for a long time. And so it is fine to use any cast on. You just want to make sure that it has a little bit of stretch. And the same thing with the bind off. Oh, you can see my ends peeking through. I'll weave them in maybe eventually. You don't want to use a stretchy bind off. If you use like a Jenny stretchy bind off and your bind off is very stretchy, then you are going to, you're going to have kind of that bell shape thing. So you want to use a sturdy cast off, but not too tight. The gauge for fingering. So I have not done one in fingering weight, so I don't have a gauge calculated, but whatever your gauge is, in the fabric that you like the look of. So if you do a little swatch in a fingering weight, I would probably start with a size 5 needle for that. And as long as you like the way that those stitches look, then you can calculate that. So if you want a 24-inch circular, you want a 24-inch size, you're going to look at your specific gauge that you've knit in fingering weight, and you're going to multiply that by 24, and then you're going to round it up or down to the nearest multiple of 4. Does that make sense, Regina? Yeah, hand warmer swatch, a small swatch to begin with.
Yeah, Regina says yes.
Perfect. Okay, I only have 10 minutes left, so I'm going to switch over to the crochet. But if you have more questions on the knit, or if you want help modifying this pattern, then you can send me an email. My email address is listed on the pattern, and I'd be happy to tell you what that math was again in writing so that you can do your own math once you do your own gauge swatch and help you do that. So I'm going to switch over to the crochet version, which is this. So I think that we did a really good job of mimicking the stitch. You can see that they look pretty similar for being knit and crochet. So, this is the crochet version, and this one, okay, well, actually, let me show you this one first. This is the crochet version, and this is the size of the pattern, the written pattern, the numbers that we used. So you can see how this one fits me. I had several people modify this and make it short, which was really nice. I don't have any of them to show you, but there should be some up on the Ravelry project page. Cynthia, I think yours is short. Is that right? Yeah. So if you don't want like this whole big, huge, cowl, you can just stop whenever you're ready to stop. Oh, Cynthia. So Cynthia's going to put hers on. And I'm going to spotlight you really quick, Cynthia. Look how cute you are. Yeah, so Cynthia made hers a little bit shorter. And you have your project up on Ravelry, and so people can see how many repeats that Cynthia did. All right, so thank you. Thank you. So this is as written, the pattern as written. So I'm going to show you another version here. And this was done in one of Emma's theme packs in the Holly Jolly colorway. I can show you what all those colorways are for the knit ones too. This one, we did 12 extra stitches. So whatever I wrote for the stitch count in the pattern, which I absolutely can't remember right now, we did 12 extra stitches on this one. And that made it just a little bit wider. You can see that this is a much larger cowl. And this is Emily's cowl. So she wanted hers to be just a little bit wider. She wanted to be able to pull it up over her head like this. So that's an option. I'm like sweating even inside with my air conditioning on in Florida. But you can see how much wider this is from the original version. So the crochet pattern is written in multiples of 3. You see the difference in size there? So written in multiples of 3. So it's the same as the knit version. When you do that initial foundation cast on, or I guess not called a cast on in crochet, is it? The foundation, your foundation, I guess it is your cast on. You can add or subtract stitches to that in multiples of 3. Yeah, foundation chain, right? To make it bigger or smaller. One thing that I found with my testers is that gauge was so important, and not a lot of people took the time to check their gauge. But I did see a variety of gauges, and so I want to show you this one that one of my testers, who was kind enough to let me borrow hers and use her as an example. She didn't check her gauge, and her colors are so beautiful. She did the Isn't She Grand theme pack from Emma's yarn, and the colors were so beautiful. She kept going and going, but you can see the difference in the stitches. between these two. See how the stitches even look tighter? But I want to show you the difference in size as well. So it is quite a bit smaller with the same number of cast on. Her gauge is just so much tighter than my gauge and the gauge that I have listed in the pattern. So it is one of those things that if you do the whole thing and you make it so small, I mean, look at how hard this is for me to wear. Oh, I'm gonna get all my makeup on it, but it is very, very, it's a very warm, very tight cowl. And so yes, these are all blocked. So this is as large as it got blocked out. So really, take the time. I mean, it only takes 15 minutes. You don't even have to do a gauge swatch if you don't want to. You can just start the pattern and do the first, 2 inches. And if it isn't right, I mean, check it so that you know. And you don't have to wet block it to check it. You don't even really have to block it to check it. The gauge is written as a blocked gauge, but if you're close unblocked, you should be okay. And almost lost an earring. But if you wanted to just do a really quick steam block, if you have a steamer or an iron, then this works for the knit or the crochet version. A lot of times I will steam my knit even with it right on the needles. I'll steam my knitted fabric, or with crochet, it's even easier. Just leave your loop out and steam that fabric and then do a quick check of your gauge. So you don't have to do a swatch. You can get started, and that way if you're good to go, you're good to go. But if you're not, you haven't done the whole thing just to find out that you're going to yank your earrings off every time you try to wear it, or choke. Let's see here. So
There was a couple of questions earlier up in the chat. So Shelley asks, for the knitted pattern, did you do anything for a jogless join?
I didn't do anything for a jogless join, and I kind of considered that, but once I got this pattern done and blocked, I'm going to hold this up as close as I can. You can see, because the entire thing is zigzaggy because of those slip stitches, this is where my join is right here. And it really just blends right into the pattern. You can't see it at all. So there's no need to slip any extra stitches or do any finagling. Once you get this started, it is so mindless. And you know what? If you knit an extra row or two, that's a design element. You can make each of these sections a little wider if you wanted to. You can really do a lot with this. I had one of my testers who did every other one of these little colored sections. She did it double. So she did 2 sections with one color. So she has a big wide stripe and then 2 small stripes, and a big wide stripe and 2 small stripes. It's really a cool look. So there's so many modification options. So yeah, no need to do that. Go ahead. What other questions do we have?
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat here. I'm seeing some really interesting comments. So Melanie says a small-headed person would be thankful for that gift.
Yeah, this
Very
is going
true.
to a child. Or I might wear it hiking in Colorado.
Yeah. I think if you put a drawstring through the top and cinched it up, it would make a really cute hat.
Yeah, so we all put that on at knit night the other night and said, "Oh my gosh, how cute is this as a little hat?" Just tie this up.
A ponytail hat right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Yeah. You look so cute. And your
I'm
earrings
ready.
show. Yeah.
I'm ready for winter.
Oh man, tell us a little bit about picking colors for your samples. Like I think in the pattern, I only did the crochet version, so I don't know about the knit version, but I think you kind of recommended something like 10 to 12 colors.
Yes. So I recommend 2 to 10 colors, or up to 20 colors if you want to use all of your scraps. The pattern does tell you approximately how many grams you need per stripe, but you can always weigh your yarn before a stripe, weigh your yarn after a stripe, and then go crazy in your stash and weigh all of your little mini balls and see what you have that works. So you can use as many colors if you like, but there are a few hints to using colors. So thank you for that question. So you can see in this cowl, she used a kit that has gradient colors in it. So those stripes aren't very defined, but you get that gradation, which is very beautiful. This truly looks like mountains. I think it's so beautiful. But that's a gradient. As opposed to mine here, or this one's probably even a better example. I made sure, well, no, this is a better example. I made sure to um, put light and dark colors apart from each other in this sample. So while this kit was arranged kind of as a gradient of colors, I split them up so that I would have a very stripy look. So you can go either way. If you like that ombre look, you can do this in an ombre, but if you really like the striped look, then you're definitely going to want to, you can see I've got a light version of a color and a dark version of the same color, and a light version and a dark version, and then, a bright and another bright. So I really split that up. This is another example of one where the color's kind of ombre. And if I would have rearranged this, I could have done green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red for a more stripy effect. And for this one is a 3-color version, but I've used one of the colors predominantly. So every other row features this dark harbor blue. You can see I did blue, white, blue, teal, blue, white, blue, teal, all the way through. So I used twice as much of this color than I did any of the other colors. And I think this is a really fun way to highlight, especially if you're doing like one of those team collegiate ones. It's a good way to highlight the main color.
Thank you so much, Laura. I see that we're at the top of the hour, but there are questions still coming in. So let's do this. I would like to give you an opportunity to announce 2 more winners, and I'll explain that. And then maybe if folks want to stay on, we could just come back and run through a couple more questions about the design in the chat.
Sure.
So before we ended our session today, we wanted to thank the Fiberside Summer Crawl organizers for sponsoring 2 seats to an upcoming Fiberside chat. We've pulled 2 more names from the All Access Pass holders to win one of these seats. And I should mention that you don't need to be present to win. We'll contact the winners by email and let you know how to redeem your prize. Laura, would you like to announce the winners' names? You're on mute, Laura.
I'm sorry, Cynthia. Will you announce those names for me?
Absolutely.
I got so
Absolutely.
nervous. I pulled my Four Purls names and I didn't pull those ones up at all. I'm so sorry.
It's no problem at all. So Dale Spears, congratulations. You've won a seat in an upcoming Fiberside chat from the Fiberside Summer Crawl organizers. And Debbie Montz, M-O-T-S, has won a seat in the upcoming Fiberside chat from the Fiberside Summer Crawl organizers. So thank you to our winners and thank you to our organizers for sponsoring those prizes. And now, before I bid adieu to everyone, let's just pop back to the chat because Ophini asks, would spin cycle work in the crawl patterns?
Yes. Hi, Ophini. Um, Yeah, absolutely. Spin cycle will work. We have a couple people here that have started it in the spin cycle, and it is turning out so good. I wish I had taken somebody's off the needles to show you. But I did put some combos together on the Four Purls website as part of our presentation of combos that I think will work with spin cycle. You just want to make sure that you pick a main color that is contrasting to the entire skein of spin cycle. But it's a beautiful choice because that spin cycle just does all the work for you.
And then let's finish off with this really good tip from Shelley. She says, I have the happy hour theme pack, arranged the colors in the way I thought would work, but took a photo and used the black-white filter to see if the contrast worked. I've rearranged a couple of times. So that's a really good tip.
Yeah, that is a great tip. So I did the same thing on this one and kind of arranged it that way.
That's right. And there's a viewer with a phone number, not a name, who is suggesting a unique yarn might work as well. I believe that might be, you might have more options in fingering weight. So you might need to do, if we're unique, you might need to do a little bit of experimentation. Yeah. Laura, thank you so much for your presentation on the designs today. I love these two options. And there was someone else in the chat who also said she's learning to crochet. So she's very grateful to have two options. But folks, I want to say thank you for your participation today. It was lovely to have you in the room. I want to let you know that you'll receive an email within 24 hours that has a link to the recording of today's Summer Crawl presentation, so you can review and catch anything you might have missed. Please know that our presenters would be happy to hear from you directly if you have any questions, and their contact information is always available on their websites. Preparing a 20-minute presentation takes a lot of work, and I think our presenters today did an awesome job. Thank you so much. We are looking forward to welcoming you back next Sunday, same time, same login codes as today. If you would like, we'd love to have you unmute on your way out and give our presenters a thank you for their stories, invitations, gorgeous products, and discount codes.
Thank
Thank
you
you very much.
Thank you.
It was wonderful.
Fantastic
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Amazing.
This was terrific.
Thank
Thank you so much for
You gotta make
attending.
sure you put the box
Thank you.
above.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Bye.
it.
Bye.
tenty
Yeah, but the thing is though, you can't reach, you ain't supposed to reach over the unit.
Addicted.
All
I'm
right,
addicted
friends.
to a tenty bags.
I'm going to close the meeting room
Yeah,
now. So
yeah, so
thank
you
you
gotta-
again for
Bye.
hanging out with us today, and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Cynthia. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.